Welcome to my passion project. Today I'll be talking about how to build a computer and all of the components that are in one. I'll be also briefly describing what to do after you build the actual computer. So let's start with the necessary pieces. Let's start with the processor, also known as the core. This is like the brain of your computer, and it carries out all of the commands that you send with your mouse or your keyboard. A famous company that makes processors is Intel, so if you ever want to make a computer, I recommend going to them. Next, let's talk about the RAM, or the random access memory. So this is like the food of your computer. And if there are too many programs that are using it up right now, then you won't be able to run any more programs that you're launching newly, and sometimes they won't even open. So next, let's talk about the cooler. So the cooler is used to make sure that your core doesn't heat up, because sometimes it can break permanently. If you use it for high-end gaming or any intensive things, then that might occur if you don't have the best processor. So next, let's review the motherboard. A motherboard is it's the body of your computer. It's where everything goes, from the processor to the RAM to even the graphics card. Okay, so next let's talk about the storage, which is your hard drive or your solid state drive. This is where everything is stored, from movies to games to phones to photos, etc. Okay, next we'll be talking about the graphics card. So the graphics card is like your secondary core. It's basically it carries out the things that are simpler, because your core basically does everything, and then the graphics card supports it by doing the other things, so that your computer can run at maximum speed. Next we'll be talking about the case, which is basically the house of your computer. This is where every single thing of your computer goes. Your storage, your motherboard, your power supply, everything. Next we'll be talking about the power supply, which I briefly talked about in the case description. So this is basically what supplies your computer with all of the things with all the electricity that it needs to run. Without the electricity, your computer wouldn't be able to run or even work at all. Okay, now we'll be talking about the OS, or the operating system. You need an operating system to basically support and organize your computer. Some examples to help you understand what it even is Windows 10 is an operating system, or OS X is an operating system. Okay, next we'll be talking about the monitor. The monitor is the screen, and the screen you won't be able to do anything without it, because you won't be able to see anything that you're doing with your mouse or your keyboard. Next, this isn't required to have a computer, but it's important nowadays, which is internet. You can either get a cable, an Ethernet cable, actually, which is you connect it to your computer and to your router, and it gives you internet, or you can get a network adapter, and that's for Wi-Fi. I recommend this because usually nowadays computers aren't even used for only storage anymore, and everyone uses the internet, so it's very important. Okay, so after building the computer, you're not done quite yet. You still need to go on the internet and download all the drivers that you need for your computer. You can find these drivers by going on your motherboard's website, your processor's website, or any other piece that needs a driver. As you can see from my presentation, each part of the computer is very vital to it working, and without one piece, it might not even work at all. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope you enjoyed my passion project about how to build a computer, and goodbye.